So I looked at the King James version, and I read a lot of these and thous and beseecheth and mights. And while it's beautiful, it's hard to read. So I thought, okay, the King James version is not going to work for me. I came across the WEB, which is the World English Bible, and it's a good translation. But even still, I thought some of the language that they use sounds a little difficult for people to understand if they don't know about God, if they don't know about the Bible. I thought I can start with this, but I'm going to have to go through every sentence, every verse, every chapter, and reword it to make it easy to understand and to read. So I did that, and I did the entire book of Luke. And it was an enjoyable process because it was like me and God working together. I'd want to know how to say something and get frustrated, and he would direct me to another translation or a commentary where I could understand what was being said. And then I thought, okay, well, I can rewrite this, make it more simple, but still maintain the integrity of the text and what the author is trying to say. So I would come out with a new phrasing of it to make it easier for people. So I did that for the entire book of Luke and got done. And I thought, well, I'm glad that's done. But God is persistent, and he started speaking to me again, just in my heart, not audibly. But he said, the book of Acts is really the book of Luke part 2. Don't you think people need to know the rest of the story? I thought, okay. So I did the book of Acts. And it just kind of continued. Yeah, exactly. It just kind of continued from there. He continued to speak to my heart. I continued to walk in obedience and read. But honestly, Samuel, I was complaining the whole time. I was doing it, but I was complaining about it. I enjoyed the process, but at the same time, I was telling God, we don't need another translation of the Bible. There are several translations out there already. We don't need one more. And finally, apparently I wasn't very persuasive, because I felt him very firmly, but gently say, he said to me, Dan, why don't you let me decide what we need and what we don't? And I thought, okay, I guess that's it. So I dove in, rolled my sleeves up, got to work, and 4 years later, I had completed the entire Old Testament and New Testament and came out with a new translation of the Bible, which I narrated and put out there. So that's how I got started with all of this.